Okay, Anthony Cheeseman here to give you an October market wrap. Now I'm here on the golf course at the moment, where else would you rather be? However, the three things I've really noticed in October, number one is the supply and the demand. There is more coming to the market, however, there is still a huge demand because the stock levels aren't just up enough to obviously cater for all the buyers that we've got here. So great for October. There's still very good success in obviously the prices. There is still a little bit of adjustment though. So you'll notice that there's a lot of properties on the market have still sat there for a little bit longer. The sellers have had to adjust their prices. Now you got to understand we're still obviously in a very incredible market. So the sellers in their minds might think that the market's going up 25% each time or each year like we're used to. It's not doing that anymore. So they're starting to have to realize that, look, we've got to come down a little bit. We're still going to do very well, but at the same time, this is where we're going to get properties sold, is where the buyers still understand the market's strong, but they're only going to pay so much. Number two, the auction clearance rates. They're still high as well. And because of the lack of stock in the market, there's still competition out there, and this is why we push the auctions. I mean, you get three processes of the one sale in an auction. Number one, don't put a price on it. Let the market dictate where the price sits after you've done obviously the feedback from all the buyers coming through after your 4-week campaign. Number two, you can still submit offers, but the sellers have the control, because once you give the buyer control, they dictate the terms, they dictate the settlement terms, they dictate the finance, subject to finance, they dictate the building and pests. But in an auction scenario, the seller has the control, because they go, no, it has to be an unconditional offer. If you like the property, do your due diligence before the auction, and it's a 10% deposit, and this is a settlement term I want. So there's a lot of power as a seller in an auction rather than putting a private treaty where the buyers have more power. And number three, I've been seeing in this market at the moment, it's all about the word of what's going to happen in the next few months. Obviously, they've put the interest rate on hold and it's been consistent. However, we're still expecting 1 or 2 because the inflation is still high. So they have to bring it down. So what's going to happen in the next few months? Well, we're going to see a lot of people coming here on holidays to the Gold Coast, which is going to help for sellers, because you'll have more people probably either looking for something to secure before Christmas or be here at Christmas and looking for something to buy in the new year. So we're definitely starting to see more people on the Gold Coast and more people starting to get ready for holiday mode, and Christmas is around the corner. So for a seller, you're still in a prime spot because there's less on the market. So you need to remember, obviously, when you wait for everyone else to start putting their property on the market, this is what happens in spring. We start to see more on the market. But the thing is, it takes the spotlight off your property because there's more to choose from for the buyer. So be very wary and be very careful not to wait until everyone else does it. Jump the gun, get ready, and then that is how you're going to have success, because you're going to have more competition, there's less supply, brings your price up, and then hey, happy days.